So while solid colors are fun to work with and apply for our color scheme, even more fun than that is gradients. So gradients essentially allow you to combine multiple colors to create some sort of a mesh between two colors, and you'll see how that works in just a second. If you go ahead and duplicate this little circle here using Command D and dragging a copy down, if we go to fill over here, of course we can go ahead and change that color over here to any solid color as we've been doing throughout our project. But if we do want to create a gradient, we can simply head on over to this down arrow over here, and we have multiple options. We can either do a linear gradient, which will go ahead and create a gradient between two colors, and you can of course add more colors throughout the gradient as you'd like, but it will be blended throughout a solid line. You can do a radial gradient, which, as the name suggests, it's a gradient that fades over a radius. So you can go ahead and edit that radius and make it larger, smaller, and so on. We can do an angular gradient, which is less commonly used, but essentially it's an angled gradient as the name suggests. But most commonly we want a linear gradient, and with a linear gradient we can even go ahead and move those 2 points throughout our object for those two colors. So we can do kind of an angle like this, and then we can go ahead and set the color for each node. So if we select one node over here, which we can do from selecting this node or this one over here in our color selector, we can go ahead and edit that side of the gradient, and then if we go to the other side or the other node, we can go ahead and edit that one as well. And so that's how we make gradients throughout our design. So for our first gradient, I want to go ahead and apply a gradient to my splash screen. So why don't we do the green color that we have over here for one side, and for the other side we're going to do the secondary color here, which I've kind of selected as a swatch color over here. If not, you can go ahead and input that 52796F hex code in there, and we'll go ahead and give you the same gradient here as well. And I'm going to leave it at this kind of 45-degree angle that I have here. And now with this selected, you can go ahead and click the little plus icon over here to add a color from this selection. And so now XD's gone ahead and created that gradient for us, and we can go ahead and even rename it gradient 1 in our color styles. And so now if we go down to our splash screen and select the entire artboard, since this background color is generated from the artboard, instead of changing the fill here to match that gradient, we can simply click that gradient 1 color in our libraries, and we'll go ahead and apply that same gradient to our splash screen. So that's how you use gradients in XD.